In the quiet town of Marrowell, where every house had a garden and every garden had a cat, there stood a peculiar little shop at the corner of Ash and Elm. The sign above the door read, Elias Gray, Clockmaker. Elias was an old man with silver hair and spectacles thick as bottle bottoms. He never spoke more than he had to, and his shop was always ticking, filled with clocks of every kind, from grandfathers to pocket watches. But there was one clock no one had ever seen. It sat behind a velvet curtain in the back, ticking louder than the rest. Sometimes children passing by swore they saw golden light seeping from under the curtain. One rainy Thursday, a curious girl named Wren wandered into the shop. She was 12, wore boots 2 sizes too big, and asked far too many questions. "Why does that curtain glow?" she asked, pointing without shame. Elias looked at her for a long moment. Then he did something he never did. He smiled. "That's not a clock you want to wind unless you're ready." "Ready for what?" she pressed. "For time to answer back." That night, the velvet curtain was drawn aside. Wren stared at the strange contraption behind it. It wasn't just a clock. It was a timekeeper. 12 rotating rings, each etched with stars, moons, and ancient runes. Elias placed her hand on the center dial. "Think of a moment you wish you could visit. Not change. Just see." Wren thought of her mother, who had passed away 3 winters ago. The dial clicked, light flared, the shop disappeared. She stood in a sunlit kitchen, watching her mother hum a tune while stirring soup. It was exactly as she remembered. She couldn't touch, couldn't speak, just witness. But that was enough. When she returned, Elias looked older. Time, it seemed, had its price. "You stole a glimpse," he whispered, "and gave a sliver of now in return." Wren never asked again, but every year on that same day, she brought Elias a cup of chamomile tea, sat beside him, and listened to the ticking of all the clocks, grateful.